The truth is, though, not only did you not fire Fauci, who is loathed by many, millions of Republicans in particular, but also some Democrats.
By the way,
you made him a star. You made him a star. This is the criticism of you, that you made him the face of the White House coronavirus task
You think so?
force, that he was out at every presser, that he was running herd for the administration on COVID, and that you actually gave him a presidential commendation before he left office. Wouldn't you like a do-over on that?
I don't like his response. I don't like the response. This video is brought to you by TatumStore.com. TatumStore.com. Get the merch link in the description section. Like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell so you get notifications anytime I go live, make a video. Make sure you still subscribe to this channel. Like this video, comment on this video, share this video. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to play a clip real quick. And I'm going to tell you why I don't like his response. I didn't like his response on Hugh Hewitt's show, and I don't like his response with Megyn Kelly. First of all, shout out to Megyn Kelly for actually asking him tough questions. People be throwing Trump softballs all the time, which I love him. I'm going to vote for him. But at some point, we got to get to the bottom of it, and you can't just throw softballs to our own side. We need to get some real answers here. So I'm going to play the clip from Trump, and if you're a forever Trumper, see, I don't like the never Trumpers and forever Trumpers. It's like you can still love the man, but you got to be able to You got to be able to criticize. You got to be able to call it for what it is. I don't like his response here. He has my vote. I'm voting for him in the midterms, unless he dies or something. Not the midterm, but the primary. And I'm gonna vote for him in the general. As it stands right now, he has my vote. But I don't like his response because it is not truthful. The man cannot admit that he was wrong about this, and to me that is a problematic sign of narcissism to a certain degree. I love the guy. I have to say that 100 times because people get in their feelings about it. But this ain't cool. This right here need to change. You ain't gonna win the people that kind of want to like you. You're never gonna win them if you can't be honest. Roll the clip.
You've been saying that the reason you didn't fire Anthony Fauci was because he'd been there for a long time, that you would have taken heat, that it would have created a firestorm, quoting your words. Then for the first time in May...
I also said I didn't listen to him too much.
I'm getting there. But then in May, you started saying, well, he's a civil servant, so I couldn't technically. The truth is, though, not only did you not fire Fauci, who is loathed by millions of Republicans in particular, but also some Democrats.
By the way,
you made him a star. You made him a star. This is the criticism of you, that you made him the face of the White House coronavirus task
You think so?
force, that he was out at every presser, that he was running herd for the administration on COVID, and that you actually gave him a presidential commendation before he left office. Wouldn't you like a do-over on that?
I don't know who gave him the commendation. I really don't know who gave him the commendation.
Presidential commendation. One went out to Mark
Somebody
Milley, too.
probably handed him a commendation. But let me just tell you about Fauci. Fauci was very important in the Biden administration, much less important. If you know, he didn't want to stop China. He wanted to let everyone come in from China. I stopped it. I overrode it. I overrode many of the things he did. He was much less important to me. Now, with that all being said, he's been there for years. He was respected. He lost a lot of the respect because of COVID, but he was respected. And on COVID, if you know what I did, I let the governors run their states. And many of the governors opened up their states. Some of them didn't. Florida, by the way, was closed.
So, bro, like you and I, let's eye to eye, man to man, man to woman, whatever you want to call it. We need to be honest about this. Donald Trump said it would have caused a firestorm. I always felt like that was a stupid answer because who cares? A firestorm amongst who? Not Republicans. We would have loved if you would have got rid of Fauci. A firestorm amongst who? Democrats, they hate you anyway. They impeached you twice. You do everything you can do right. They don't give a. They hate you anyway. So firestorm with who? And then just recently, like Megyn Kelly rightfully pointed out, just recently he's saying, well, he was a civil servant. It doesn't matter, dude. You still run the show. If he was a civil servant, you didn't want to fire him, he still don't need to speak on the podium. He could be sitting back there in the corner somewhere giving a briefing. He don't need to talk. And you can order that he not talk to the press. You can order that he not talk to the press as an official person in the White House. Not everybody in the White House get to talk on behalf of the White House. That is a decision that's made by the White House to allow you to be a spokesperson. Donald Trump didn't have to do that. And then, he goes on and he just throws out, oh, he's more important in the Biden administration. And no, he wasn't. He became a superstar in the Trump administration. He became who he was in the Trump administration. That dude was on TV every single day talking nonsense. Him and Trump disagreeing on TV. He's saying one thing, Trump contradicted him about something else. And I think that's where Trump lost a lot of people, because they felt uncertain about his leadership strategy during that period of time. But Dr. Fauci should have never had the power he had. And, Donald Trump said, I left it up to the governors. Well, kind of. The 2 weeks or so the spread thing came from the federal government. A strong recommendation when everybody's looking at you to give us the answers. And then he said, well, Florida was shut down. It's like, come on, man. We all know that everything's shut down. But we know that a lot of places opened up and had a lot more freedoms. So don't bring up Florida in this because you mad at Ron DeSantis. Just be honest about your affairs. Florida had a period of time where it was shut down, but Florida released the shutdown and was one of the most open states. You got, what's his name? Married to the man. What's his name? Don Lemon was in Florida. AOC was in Florida. All these politicians was in Florida because it was open. It was free. They unmasked the schools, the kids. There was a point in time where it was shut down just like everywhere else, even Arizona. But we opened up. We were freer than a lot of these other places. So don't pull that. And so my whole premise of making this video is that I want to point out that Donald Trump needs to change his argument on these things. It's okay to be wrong. It's okay to do a do-over. Megyn Kelly threw him a softball to say, look, would you want to do this over? He should have said, yeah, you know what? I would have done it over. And people they love to hear him say that. They don't want to see him jump around, beat around the bush and make up stuff. They want to hear him say, I'd love to do it over again. The dude tricked me. It'll never happen again. I'm never going for it again. We ruined, this ruined a lot of our country, and I take responsibility for it. And I would never have a person in place like that in positions of power ever again. And people would just melt on the inside. Like, thank God he said it. We already knew the dude tricked him. He trying to act like, well, I didn't listen to him anyway. Yeah, I didn't get tricked. Nothing happened in my administration. It's just crazy to me. And I know a lot of y'all gonna unfollow me because I had a nerve to say something that wasn't 100% favorable to Trump. But I just got to keep it real. I don't have a loyalty to Trump. I have a loyalty to America. I have a loyalty to being honest about how I feel about these things and backing it up with evidence. And like I said again, for people in the back smoking crack, I'm going to vote for Trump. But this is an area where I want to see Trump change. There's people that's hanging on like, I really want to vote for him. And then he comes out with an interview where he's clearly lying and making up stuff. And none of what he says sounds like it makes any sense. He may say one or two things that may be accurate, but all that other stuff is like, brother, we saw with our own eyes that Dr. Fauci was the man under your administration. And you pushed vaccines, Operation Warp Speed. You were on Candace Owens' show saying vaccines was one of the greatest inventions of mankind. Like, you don't have to lie to us, man. We already support you. That's all I got to say. Comment in the comment section and tell me what you think about the clip. And for those of you who your panties in a ruffle, got your duggaries, up your butt, go ahead and unfollow me right now. I got more people following me in the future, so go ahead and hit the unfollow. I'm gonna I'm gonna tell the truth and the whole truth, nothing but the truth. So help me God. That's why people like me. I'll see you on the next one. I'm out.